In this video, I am going to show you how to set up your gradebook in eSchool Plus. To do so, you need to log into eSchool just like you normally do and get to your home screen. Now, you need to go to Gradebook and go down to Setup. Once you're then set up, you're going to have different tabs. You need to select Categories. Now, within Categories, you have a couple different options for setting up your gradebook. The first thing you could do is you could just calculate using total points. To do that, select this check mark. In my case, I don't want to do that, so I'm going to have it deselected. The other way to do it is to set up using weights, which is what I've done here. Now it's going to come up with one blank row that you can fill in, but you're probably going to want different categories. To do so, you need to add a new row with this button up here in the top right that has a plus on it. Select Add New Row, and it'll pop up with a new row. Now it has a drop-down menu here, so you can label that category. In this case, we're just going to select Semester Exam. You decide its weight, how many assignments you want to drop of the lowest, and then you need to select which marking periods you'd like this to apply to. If you'd like it to apply to all of them, you can just leave it blank and it'll default to that. Here you need to decide whether you'd like to exclude missing scores from the average, or if you'd like them to count as zeros. I suggest you just have them be excluded from the average, and then you could always add zeros manually later on. When you're ready, you can save this category and it'll apply to all your classes. If you don't want it, which I don't here, I can just cancel. Once you've added all your categories, you're ready to add assignments. To do so, go to the Assignments tab up top. Now I've already added one assignment here, and you'll have one blank row that you can add an assignment. But to add a new assignment, just like before in Categories, go back up to the top to add a new row. Now here, we'll just have an assignment that was assigned today, is due today, and we'll just have it be in the category of homework. We'll just call it test, and we can decide how many points it's worth. So in this case, we'll just make it worth 3 points. And now here's the tricky part. Before, we used to have 2 check marks to publish an assignment. Here, we need to fill in this circle green. So that means you need to click it twice. And when you click it twice, that means parents will be able to see it. Now, we need to save the assignment here, or if we don't want it, we can cancel it. If we want to edit an assignment later on, we use this little button that looks like a pencil. If you want to get rid of an assignment, you just delete that row and it'll go away. Now once you've added all your assignments, you're going to want to be able to copy to other courses. To do so, you have a couple of different ways to get there. You can go back up to Gradebook and go to Copy Assignments, or you could go here to this button that looks like a stack of papers. Now once you're in this menu, you need to do a couple things. The first thing to do is to select what marking period you're in. So in this case, we're in marking period 1. And then you have 2 options. If you want to copy everything from one course to another, just leave this as all. But just say you only want to take a couple of the assignments from one course and copy them to another. Then you need to go to Selected. Once you're there, it's going to bring up all your categories from that marking period. So I know that I have an assignment I want to copy from classwork and from homework. Now there, it's going to bring up all your assignments. In this case, there's only 2, but if you had 20, it would bring up all 20. You're going to select which ones you want to copy over. And then you need to go down to the bottom and add which courses you'd like it to copy to. So in this case, I set up course 1. I want to copy it to all my other courses. So I select all of them. I add them down below. Here, you just double check, make sure you have all your courses, make sure you have all those assignments, and then you want to select this copy button up at the top right. Once you're there, it says copy is finished, and you'll be all set. Now last thing you're going to be able to do is you want to go to Gradebook and go to Entry. I can't show you that because it would show all my students' names, but it enters just the same way as the old eSchool used to.